Hi, I'm Katya, this is Matt, and we have dogs, June and Penny. They're not in the video. June is a pit bull lab mix, and Penny is a Australian Shepherd, pit bull, and a bunch of other things mix. June is the older one. She's about 4. Penny is about 3. June was the first dog we adopted, and in the beginning she was a social butterfly, human-wise and dog-wise. She used to go to the dog park a lot. Eventually, with age, she started getting a little maybe less friendly, and she was the entire time struggling with separation anxiety. So we thought that having another dog would help her with the issues she was having.
And then we got Penny about 2 years ago, and she was always really anxious, always really high strung, and so they went to the dog park and got in a fight with another dog. Penny was the one who started it, but June was the one who came in and really did a lot of damage. So we stopped going to the dog park, but then they were just aggressive towards other dogs on walks. They'd like lunge at them, like bark like crazy, like pull at the leash. Then they would also redirect their aggression onto each other, and then sometimes even us. And then it got worse, and then they started getting in fights just at home. And then they got into 2 fights, and then we got injured breaking them up, and then we decided that we needed some serious training like right then. So we looked for a couple places, and we wanted to do a board and train because they had more issues than just on walks. Like a lot of the stuff was like their interactions.
Yeah, and so we looked at a few board and train places, and Brent stood out to us. We had like an hour conversation with him on the phone, and luckily he also had an opening just a month away from when we wanted to start training, or from the first issue, or the last issue that made us decide we needed to seek training. And we sent them away for 8 weeks, and it was a very good experience. Brent would send us videos every day, and sometimes even photos. And he was very quick to respond to any emails or questions that we had. And then they came back. Brent had at least 3-hour conversation with us. Just like teaching us what they know, but also explaining the reasoning behind the types of training he uses.
Yep.
So that was very informative. And
we also like went outside, and he walked us through the commands they knew. He like went with us on a walk and like helped us like correct them properly and see like what sort of behaviors like need to be corrected and how.
Yeah. But generally they came back. I mean, their obedience is, it's been 2 weeks since they came back. So we can speak from experience. Generally their obedience is really, really good. I think at the beginning there was like a day or 2 that June was struggling a little bit, but we think it was just kind of newness of situation, and just not familiarity with us, but that got resolved quickly, and Brent helped us through it. And so now we are kind of adjusting to the new lifestyle. Well, I think they still occasionally might have reactivity here and there. They're very quick to listen, so we are a factor in their decision making now, because in the past it was just, if they wanted to react, like they didn't care about us one bit. Now it's like, oh, they said no, or they said bad, they would they would stop
Yeah.
right there and then. And they can be off leash They can be off leash now because they recall regardless of what's happening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else.
But generally,
Penny has gotten a lot more confident.
Yes.
They look to us for guidance on what to do now, so that's actually helped Penny the most
yeah,
because she was very unsure of herself. But now she looks to us in almost all situations, and it just helps her with her peace of mind.
yeah,
That wasn't June's problem, but she is also doing a lot better. She's listening better, even if she is really, really stubborn. But she listens now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also to note, Penny, before being sent to training, she was on relatively, not high dose of anti-anxiety medicine, but on a way higher dose of it than she's on now. And I think we will be able to get off it in a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So that is definitely a factor, that even with the very low dose to no dose of medicine, she is way, way calmer and more confident than she ever was before. So yeah, we definitely recommend Brandon add the Trusted Companion if your dog just needs normal obedience training. That he definitely can help with it, but he can also help with aggression or anxiety or confidence building, and yeah, definitely reach out to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good trainer, and he loves dogs. We didn't want a trainer who would be very rough and just
not care about the dogs
Yeah.
beyond getting them to listen, but he actually does care about them.
Yeah.
And I think that helped a lot with our peace of mind when we sent them away.
Yes. But yeah, you can also reach out to us if you have any questions or want more information before you send away with your dog. But yeah.
June?
Here, we'll